Imagine an AI making a decision that drastically affects your life. How would you feel? Confused? Shocked? Perhaps even a bit scared? Welcome to the world of artificial intelligence, a realm where machines learn and make decisions, sometimes even without human intervention. But here's the twist. What happens when these decisions fall into the gray area of ethics? That's right. We're not just talking about whether your AI assistant plays your favorite song, but decisions that could impact your health, your job, or even your freedom. This is where the concept of AI ethics steps in. It's about ensuring that as we advance in this brave new world, we're not leaving our moral compass behind. So, when an AI makes a decision, it's not just about the code, it's about the ethical implications of that decision. It's about the AI conundrum. So buckle up, folks. We're going on a mind-bending journey into the ethical maze of artificial intelligence. Did you know that AI can inherit biases from the data it's trained on? And this can lead to some seriously unfair decisions. Let's delve into this. Picture a facial recognition system. It's designed to identify individuals by analyzing patterns in a person's face. But what happens when the data used to train this system is skewed heavily towards one race? The system becomes biased, often leading to misidentification or failure to recognize individuals of underrepresented races. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario. In fact, several studies have pointed out racial bias in commercially available facial recognition technologies. Now let's consider another instance: job recruitment algorithms. These are designed to sift through thousands of resumes, making the hiring process more efficient. But what if these algorithms are trained on data that reflects a company's past hiring decisions, which could be biased? The result? The algorithm may end up favoring candidates who resemble past hires and potentially discriminating against women or minority groups. So it's clear that unchecked AI can perpetuate and magnify existing biases. This isn't just about technology. It's about societal norms and values being reflected, and unfortunately sometimes amplified, in our AI systems. Recognizing and addressing these biases is a critical part of ensuring that our AI systems are fair and just, a topic we'll continue to explore. Stay tuned. In an era where data is the new oil, how much of your personal information are you willing to share? As we dive deeper into the digital age, our personal data has become a hot commodity. Every click, every share, every online purchase leaves a digital footprint, and these footprints are gold mines for artificial intelligence systems. These AI systems, like detectives, sift through our data, learning our behaviors, preferences, and habits. They predict our next moves, suggest what we might like, and even decide which ads we see. It's like having a personal assistant, always at our beck and call. But what happens when this assistant knows too much? AI's ability to process vast amounts of personal data raises serious privacy concerns. Imagine your AI assistant knowing your medical history, your bank details, or your deepest secrets. It's a bit unsettling, isn't it? This is where the balance between data utilization and individual privacy rights comes into play. On one hand, AI systems use our data to provide personalized services, making our lives easier. On the other, they hold the potential to invade our privacy. So, how much of our personal information are we prepared to share for the convenience these AI systems offer? And who gets to decide the limit? These are tough questions with no easy answers. Privacy in the age of AI is indeed a complex issue. Ever wondered if a robot might take your job? It's a question that's been on many minds as artificial intelligence continues to evolve. AI's impact on the job market is undeniable, with some jobs becoming obsolete while others emerge. Let's start with the elephant in the room: job displacement. Yes, it's true. Some jobs, particularly those involving repetitive tasks, are at risk. Automation is more efficient, doesn't take coffee breaks, and works 24/7. But before you start fearing our robot overlords, let's add some nuance to the picture. AI is not just a job taker, but also a job creator. New fields are emerging. Think AI ethics officer or data scientist. These were jobs that didn't exist a few decades ago. Moreover, AI can take over mundane tasks, freeing us humans to focus on more creative and complex problems. The future of work in an AI-driven world requires us to adapt and reskill. Lifelong learning becomes more important than ever. We need to become comfortable with technology, understand how to work with AI, and sharpen our uniquely human skills like creativity and emotional intelligence. The future of work will certainly be different, but it's not all doom and gloom. With every technological revolution, we've adapted and thrived. It's a challenge, no doubt, but also an exciting opportunity to redefine what work means for us. Picture this: a self-driving car has to make a split-second decision. Who does it save? Now that's a question that brings us to the ethical considerations of autonomous systems. Imagine a scenario where an autonomous vehicle is about to crash. It has two options: swerve right and hit a pedestrian, or swerve left and endanger the passenger. How should the car decide? This is a modern version of a philosophical quandary known as the trolley problem. It's a thought experiment that questions the morality of action versus inaction. But when we apply it to autonomous systems, the stakes become very real. Autonomous systems, such as self-driving cars, are designed to make decisions on their own. But who programs these decisions? Who decides what is right or wrong? And more importantly, who is held accountable when things go wrong? These questions reveal a complex web of ethical considerations. We're not just talking about technology anymore, but about values, morals, and responsibilities. As we continue to develop and deploy autonomous systems, these ethical dilemmas will become more prevalent. It's not enough to build systems that work. We need to build systems that work ethically, that respect human values, and that can be held accountable. The future of autonomous systems isn't just about technology, it's about ethics too. And navigating this landscape will require a delicate balance of both. Autonomous systems like self-driving cars bring their own ethical challenges. AI is now being used in legal decisions. But is it always fair? Imagine walking into a courtroom where an AI, not a human, determines your fate. This isn't some science fiction scenario, but a reality we're inching closer to every day. AI systems are being used to aid judges in making decisions, from parole judgments to child custody cases. They can process vast amounts of data and predict outcomes based on historical precedents, potentially reducing human bias and error. However, the use of AI in legal decisions isn't without its challenges. While AI can help in decision-making, it can also inherit biases from the data it's trained on. This could lead to skewed decisions, creating a new form of digital injustice. AI is also increasingly used in surveillance, from facial recognition technology to predictive policing. While these tools can aid in maintaining law and order, they also pose significant threats to civil liberties. Picture this: an AI system incorrectly identifies you in a crime scene photo, leading to a wrongful arrest. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? As we integrate AI more into our legal systems, it's crucial to ensure that its use aligns with our ethical and legal principles. We need to establish robust checks and balances, ensuring that AI doesn't become an unregulated judge, jury, and executioner. AI has a role to play in law and governance, but it's a role that needs to be carefully monitored. Around the world, different cultures and legal systems approach AI ethics in different ways. While some countries lean towards a more laissez-faire, free market approach, others advocate for stringent regulations to tame the wild frontiers of artificial intelligence. In Europe, for instance, the focus is on protecting privacy and individual rights. On the other hand, the United States approach is often characterized as being more business-oriented, emphasizing innovation and economic growth. Meanwhile, China's approach to AI ethics is intertwined with its national strategy, with an emphasis on state control and surveillance. In light of these varying perspectives, international conversations and collaborations are key. Organizations like the European Union's High-Level Expert Group on AI and the United Nations AI for Good initiative are making strides in establishing universal guidelines. These efforts aim to navigate the fine balance between harnessing AI's potential and mitigating its risks. As we can see, AI ethics is a global issue that requires global solutions. As we've seen, AI ethics is a complex and evolving field. We've explored biases in AI, privacy issues, the impact on employment, autonomous systems, and AI's role in law and governance. We've also taken a global look at diverse ethical perspectives. It's clear that these ethical considerations will significantly shape our future. So let's ponder, how do we want to navigate this landscape? The future of AI ethics is in our hands. Let's shape it wisely.